Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
Coach, we're just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. Tonight, we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Out of the gun now on third down. Check down to Breida. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Patriots offense as they'll get their first shot at things here. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On the ground, this is Michel. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's complete to Jesse James. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
On second down, Dobbins, and he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. From the gun, Murphy. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Hey, pick your game up.
On second down, a run with Breida. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
He sets to fire deep, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, Michel. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
On third down, Dobbins. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
61, matchbox light. Check right, 55.
Back to throw. Murphy. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. From the gun, they run with Michel. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Set. 10 logo. Let's go, G. Hey, Delta. 58 Mike, 58 Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Ready?
To throw is Murphy. To throw on third down. It's complete to Fuller. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36. On the ground is Michel. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down now, Michel. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Check, check. Block 54. Block 54. Push him back. Push him back. Under 10. Under 2-jet bomber. 2-jet bomber. Shoot.
Murphy on first and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Go.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Bills getting set to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll toss it to Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin with Michel on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Man left, man left. We got 4. We got 4.
Hey, orbit.
Here's 2nd and 8. James has got it. Complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Right. He's telling me to run.
Off the draw, here's Michel. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big-time run there by Sony Michel. 51 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Ready.
58, come on. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
I know you felt that
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd down, Michel. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready, set.
Mike by 4. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
And they will run it with Michel. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Lutz is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Good job.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Mike, 58, right there. Tackles. Check 43.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Go!
Got four down.
Hey, Charlie!
Now Murphy operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Jumper.
2nd and 5. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. So why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown. Then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. 2 quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. 4 down, 4 down. Check, check.
They'll run it. This is Michel. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Record. No.
On second down now, Dobbins, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47.
Hey. 4 down.
Hey, team 6.
Looking to throw. Murphy. He's got Fuller. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go.
Hey.
Motion.
Get it.
On the toss, here's Michel. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be tipped off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
Back to throw. Murphy to Michel on the screen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
You ready?
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now a give, right side. Dobbins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Watch 54. Watch 54. Wrap. Switch.
Snap.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
Watch tight end.
Hey. High 7.
Here's Murphy. From the gun, he'll throw. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal.
Say lock it. Shoot.
They'll try to run it in, Michelle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the 2nd?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the 2nd half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
He's coming.
Get it.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on. Check 37. Check 37.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
He's tired of you. He's tired of us.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4.
Tucson.
Watch the sled.
X3, 218, chopper. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still got to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. It's Michel once again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Ready, set.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Set. 18 Gator.
Watch right. We don't want this.
Get it.
On second down now, Dobbins.
That's it, baby. That's it.
New England on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Switzer. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Check 13.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Patriots' defense is going to take over on down. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. On the ground, Michel. And he'll get 3 up to midfield. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Again, it's Michel. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now Michel. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And an alley to run. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 33 and a first. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, it's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open man is Switzer, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw here. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. 2nd and 3. They'll get this one to Switzer. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That'll be complete to Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Set, 30 base.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go, set, 18 Gator.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Let go.
Now back to throw. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
2nd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Ryan Switzer. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Get it.
They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural. But I
like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Pats, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bills, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.